Ali MacGraw. What if I told you that one of Hollywood's most iconic love stories wasn't a movie at all, but a real-life romance filled with passion, heartbreak, and secrets so heavy they nearly destroyed the woman at the center of it all? We're talking about Ali MacGraw, the woman who defined innocence and romance on screen, yet lived a very different story once the cameras stopped rolling. She was the face of Love Story, the actress whose performance made millions cry. But behind the Hollywood spotlight, Ali's life became tangled with one man, Steve McQueen, the so-called King of Cool. And what started as a fiery love affair quickly turned into a painful cycle of control, jealousy, and sacrifice. So, how did Ali go from Hollywood's golden girl to walking away from fame, and eventually finding peace decades later? Let's dive into her incredible journey. Ali MacGraw's early life and rise to fame. Ali wasn't born into Hollywood privilege. She grew up in Bedford Village, New York, in a home filled with tension. Her father struggled with alcoholism, her parents fought constantly, and she carried those scars with her. Confidence didn't come easy, but Ali had something special: grace, beauty, and determination. She found her escape in modeling, and with the guidance of editor Diana Vreeland, she broke into fashion. That world opened a new door: acting. In 1969, Ali landed her first movie, Goodbye, Columbus. It was a hit, and suddenly, Hollywood insiders were paying attention. Among them was producer Robert Evans, the powerful head of Paramount Pictures. He saw star potential in Ali, and soon gave her the role that would change everything: Love Story. When the film hit theaters in 1970, it wasn't just big, it was a phenomenon. With its unforgettable line, "Love means never having to say you're sorry," the movie became a box office smash, making Ali one of the most sought-after actresses of the decade. Behind the scenes, she and Robert Evans fell in love, married, and had a son, Joshua. By all accounts, she had it all: success, family, fame, but destiny had other plans. The Getaway and Steve McQueen. In 1972, Ali was cast in The Getaway, opposite the biggest male star in the world, Steve McQueen. On screen, their chemistry was electric. Off-screen, it was explosive. Ali once admitted she knew she was in trouble the moment she met Steve. He was magnetic. When he walked into a room, everyone, men, women, even kids, turned their heads. And though she was married to Evans at the time, Ali couldn't resist the pull. Their affair became Hollywood's hottest scandal. By the end of that year, she divorced Evans, leaving behind the man who had jump-started her career. In 1973, she and McQueen married. To fans, it looked like a fairy tale: the Golden Girl and the King of Cool. But behind closed doors, it was a different story. Life with Steve McQueen. From the very beginning, Steve set the rules. He insisted Ali sign a prenup, and even more shocking, he demanded she give up her career entirely. Think about that. At the very peak of her fame, Ali walked away from Hollywood because Steve didn't want a working wife. She later admitted she agreed out of fear of losing him. At first, their Malibu life seemed picture-perfect: barbecues, beach walks, glamorous friends. But Steve's demons were never far away. His childhood had left him insecure and deeply mistrustful, and that turned into constant jealousy. Ali recalled how even glancing at another man could set him off, while Steve himself openly flirted and had affairs. The sacrifices piled up. Ali became a full-time homemaker, raising her son and catering to Steve's needs. Meanwhile, his drinking and drug use grew worse. She too started drinking more heavily, and soon the once passionate romance was suffocating under jealousy, control, and silence. The breakup. By the mid-70s, the marriage was unraveling. Rumors of Steve's affairs cut deep. Ali, desperate for relief, admitted she too sought comfort outside their relationship. Trust was gone. In 1977, she finally confessed she wanted to return to acting. For her, it was about more than work. It was about reclaiming her independence. Steve's response was ice cold. "Then we're filing for divorce." That was the final blow. She took a role in Convoy and tried to restart her career, but their marriage couldn't be saved. By 1978, after 5 turbulent years, they divorced. Just 2 years later, tragedy struck. Steve McQueen was diagnosed with mesothelioma, a rare cancer, and died at only 50 years old. For Ali, his death was heartbreaking. Even though their marriage had been painful, she admitted she had loved him deeply. Looking back years later, she said, "I wish we had both grown old sober." Life after Steve. After Steve's death, Ali was just 41. She tried to rebuild, taking roles in Convoy and later appearing in Dynasty. But Hollywood had moved on, and she never regained the stardom she once had. Worse, her drinking spiraled out of control. By the early 90s, she knew she needed help and checked into the Betty Ford Center. Recovery became her turning point. In 1991, she released her memoir, Moving Pictures, a raw, unflinching look at her childhood, her marriages, her addictions, and her painful love story with McQueen. Readers connected instantly. It became a bestseller, showing Ali's honesty and courage in sharing her truth. By the mid-90s, she left Hollywood completely. She moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico, where she found healing in painting, gardening, yoga, and meditation. Far from the spotlight, she finally found peace. Ali MacGraw today. Now in her mid-80s, Ali has been sober for more than 30 years. She never remarried, choosing instead to live a life of independence, creativity, and quiet reflection. She's poured her energy into causes that matter to her, like working with artisans around the world through fashion collectives that empower women. And she's kept in touch with old friends, even reuniting with Ryan O'Neal in 2016 for a stage production of Love Letters. Their chemistry reminded fans of the magic they shared decades earlier. When Ali talks about Steve McQueen today, she doesn't sugarcoat it. She calls him chemical, someone impossible to resist, but she's also honest about the pain. She says, "There were wonderful days and dreadful days. I'm not a victim. It was both." And that honesty is why her story resonates. Ali MacGraw isn't just the girl from Love Story. She's a survivor, a woman who faced fame, addiction, heartbreak, and loss, and still found the strength to create a new life for herself. Ali's journey reminds us that even the most glamorous romances can hide deep struggles. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is walk away, tell your truth, and start again. So what do you think? Do you admire Ali MacGraw's courage in opening up about her past? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if you found this story moving, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories.